You know, in this way, Christianity or Catholicism, is the Pope said, well, it's a religion of forgiveness. Well, yes, but there's also criminality involved in the things that were going on. But when you are doing soul work, you don't have to arrest yourself and prosecute yourself. Do you understand? When you are doing timeline work in particular, you may find that you've done some things that you would really judge or really have disfavor over, or that were not at all set in your favor. Remember, you've all been frisky and more than frisky and crazy at times, all right? This is how the soul learns. And then the soul incorporates its learning, and it learns to do no harm. And it learns then to create good and to create greatness. And it learns then that as it raises its consciousness, it helps others as well. That's part of the adventure. So be mindful of these things. All right? And remember that, Jeffrey, healing can happen in many ways. So you will have a good burst this summer. Make an intention that your healing goes to that 500-mile mark this summer, and that it goes there effortlessly, and that you have a lot of stamina. Now remember, any of you who do healing work on others, it is the person, you facilitate the energy. But if you are too compassionate or too eager or too much of a new puppy there waving your little tails, you can pick up what other people are carrying. And a lot of it is, sometimes it is unresolved energy, sometimes it is entity possession. So you must be able to stay strong and clear yourself and not see yourself as a savior. These will be good times. Who else has a question?
Here.
Who is it?
Anne.
Go for it.
Our planet has vast areas of desert that actually may have water under them. Do you see that it's possible that invention and efforts could be made to develop and blossom the desert areas?
Yes, we do. That is a very generous question and thought on your part, Anne. It hasn't been asked often, but you know, our vehicle flies back and forth between the coasts and has flown around the world many, many times. And she's often marveled about how empty it is down there. How much there is, you know. And then you get into these little cluster areas. We do see over the next 5, and then let's say we'll go all the way up to 2024, so that would be 15 years. Over the next 5 and 15 years, that there will be cities that just become abandoned, not rebuilt, some renovated, but there will be movement to new areas with new ideas. We spoke yesterday, we believe, about different people clustering to different areas, perhaps states not wanting to follow federal mandate, but then, well, there's all kinds of complications. Lots of people with lots of ideas about freedom and revolution and breaking away, and lots of it hot air, some of it violent, and some of it truly viable, some of it truly brilliant. And so always remember, you want to connect with the brilliance. You want to enhance your own. This is a time when humanity must understand that in order to proceed forward scientifically, medically, spiritually, you must recognize that there is consciousness in all things. That is the key. To recognize that, to be willing to see that even an oil platform, to build something like that, there's energy in it. It must be treated as something. You will have big, shocking, surprising changes about machines. This is, this you can't even imagine yet. And that will occur more, some this summer, but 2011 we see as the year of the problems with the machines, of how that you've created something that without consciousness can take your whole society down. These are things to consider. Who else has a question, please?
Hello, my name is Gip.
Gip?
Yeah, Gip, G-I-P. And I'm curious.
Oh, like the Gipper.
Absolutely.
Are you related to the Gipper?
I fell short of talent.
All right.
Direction.
Stay in cloaking mode. Go for it. Gip.
In disclosure, and do we get? Will we have any help? How will it go about? Or is there any way that we can manifest uncovering of what's been hidden away from us for a long time?
Well, let's say this. As a people, you think something is uncovered if Obama or Sarkozy or someone announces it to the world. Do you understand? Or if it is on the media. The media suddenly decides that it's real. Of course you know it's real, and many people know it's real. And here's one of the problems about, you are speaking about what's been hidden, ETs, planetary past, things of this nature, yes? One of the problems that these people have, and Obama is set up to do this, and the timing is ripe for a disclosure of the biggest story. Saturn in Libra tends to unlock these doors every, so many years or something, and it's 30 years. If you trace it back, you can see there's a pattern of UFOs and things popping out. One of the reasons that these things are not discussed and brought to the public in a legitimate fashion rather than a subtext as entertainment is that no one has a real grip on it. Gipper? Gip? That's good. No one has a grip. Gip? Meaning that it's not like, all right, we'll announce to you that these beings drive these things and they come here from there. It's so complex. And it's blown many scientists out of the water. Many people have lost their minds. Many secret things are going on to attempt to penetrate these worlds, to go into these black holes and wormholes and to jump time and to figure out what the blast has happened to Earth. In addition, you have archaeologists, you have journalists, historians, all different people running so many conflicting stories, or stories that appear to be conflicting, that the rational mind has a hard time grasping it. The presence of giants, UFOs, the reptilians, the phenomena, the unusual things, it doesn't really make sense to the logical mind or the conscious mind, the P. It is a whole brain experience. And in some way, people that produce movies and television shows, they are attempting on some level to prepare the mind to accept that it's an experience. It cannot be understood intellectually. It's going to change your perspective. Anyone who has ever encountered an unusual being or phenomena, their body's rearranged, their chakras are totally shifted open. This may rightly occur during the next few years or even this summer as a co-creation, a manifestation that would go out of control of the government. In other words, it would be something that just started going off. You follow this?
Yes.
Why? Because it could be an outpicturing of people's frustration of knowing the government is lying and we want to know the truth. They may not know what truth they're asking for. Do you follow? You can command things and not know what you are commanding. And again, that raw passion is going to run and people are going to say, we want truth, we want freedom. And it's that emotion that can crack everything open. So our advice to you is that to remember many things on this, many things. First of all, you are living in a multidimensional reality. So there's no one world, one line, one story. Remember that. The presence of others has always been around. Some are good, some are not good. You will attract to yourself the vibrations that match your own inner values. So get clear on some inner values. If you are a parent, hammer those inner values in. Your kids don't want to hear it, they never do. But then later on when they grow up, they praise you. My parents gave me great values. Do you understand?